Hello dear all. In this presentation we discuss first chapter of Kant's philosophy, the sick. So let's understand the concept of who is sick. Who is sick? What is the understanding of this concept? Who is sick? So who is sick? Man is sick, not his organs, whose will and understanding is disturbed. So man means his mind, his will and understanding. So who is sick? Not the organs, but the man in his will and understanding. So let's understand the difference in the homeopathic system of medicine and allopathy or old school medicine. So let's understand the basic difference with respect to the principle, the concept of disease, the diagnosis, the treatment in homeopathy and in allopathy. So in homeopathy, let's understand the concept of homeopathic system of medicine. So principles govern the practice of medicine. So in homeopathy, the principles means the laws govern the practice of homeopathic medicine. So homeopathy has strong foundation, principles and reasoning. Homeopathy has strong foundation, principles and laws. Homeopathy discovery is based on inductive logic. So based on induction, it is a rational system of therapeutics. Let's understand here what is the allopathic system. This practice of medicine is not governed by principles or laws. It depends on experience, shifting methods and theories. And old discoveries are abolished by arrival of new. So, in this slide, the basic difference is homeopathy is based on law and allopathy or old school or modern medicine is based on theories, and these theories go on changing. So let's understand what is there in homeopathy. So what we believe, there is something prior to the results. Okay. Now let me tell you here, the results means what is the underlying meaning of this word here. So results means the organ pathology. And what is before the organ pathology is the disease. So there is something prior to the results. So causes gives rise to effects. Again, effects means here the organ pathology is seen and that this is the effect of some cause. So causes are prior. The beginnings and there is something end. So what you see end is the organ pathology, and before this organ pathology there is some beginning of disease. So the physician's high and only mission is to restore the sick to health, to cure as it is termed. This is the first aphorism. So man is sick, not his organs. And homeopathy cures the sick man, not his organs. So you can understand homeopathy cures the sick man, not his organs. So homeopathy cures, see the first 3 points, it covers the prior, means the cause, the beginning of the sickness. So homeopathy cures the cause and the beginning of the disease. Hence we can see that homeopathy treats the roots of the disease. Let's see what happens in allopathy or old school or modern medicine. It deals only with the ultimates or results. So, modern medicine deals with the organ pathology. It deals with these effects and the end products of disease. So, it means it considers the results of disease. That is, results of disease are nothing but organ pathology. No knowledge of real nature of man. So the modern medicine doesn't consider the man, that means doesn't consider his mind and emotions, which are actually the causes of this physical sickness. Man is equal to tissues and organs and body. So allopathy consider what is man? Nothing but tissues, organ pathology, and nothing but the body, that is the material tangible body. Thus diseases in the tissues, in the organs, in the body, on the skin, what is external appearance, what is visible, say acne, say warts, say corns, what is visible on the skin is a disease. They will not consider that why the disease is seen on the surface, and whatever is visible is the result of the disease. Whatever is organ pathology is the effect or the end product or the ultimate of disease. So 3 points. Organ pathology is result of disease, it is ultimate of disease or end product of the disease, and disease is something before that. And homeopathy considers this the cause, the before, that is the prior. And what is prior to the disease? Man is prior to the disease. And homeopathy considers the real nature of man. So man is sick, not his organs. The sick man lives in the house of the body. Without the concept of vital force, life principle, physiology can't be taught. Yet they accept life is a dynamic process and how homeostasis is achieved. So, vital force, the homeostasis, that is the dynamic process, is achieved, and they, without the concept of vital force and life force, physiology can't be taught. Yet they accept life is a dynamic process, but they fail to consider it as a cause of health or disease. Let's see in the modern medicine, disease, as we have seen, is nothing but organ pathology. So disease is felt by fingers, seen with the eyes and observed by senses. So allopathy or the modern medicine uses instruments to measure, to see the disease and to see the tissue changes. They don't teach vital force in physiology, and it is not accepted here. So they don't consider vital energy as dynamic energy as the cause of diseases. They consider disease which is visible, felt by fingers, and use instruments to measure the disease, that is the dimensions of the pathology, and they see the disease under microscope and various tests. So tissue changes are most important for them, and they consider disease is tissue change, microscopic or macroscopic. So go to the next. So here in homeopathy, patient has wild dreams. When the patient complains of nervous excitement or restless sleep, so are there any tissue changes? But these tissue changes, if they have not formed now, but within few years ahead may form. So here the patient who has wild dreams and nervousness or excitement or restless sleep, the causes are internal, not in the organs. And after some time, the effects are seen on the organs. So here in the allopathy or modern medicine, many specialists are there to examine the various organs or tissues. They say, I have thoroughly examined you. All organs are normal and there is no disease. So if such patient who has wild dreams, nervous excitement and restless sleep goes to the doctor of modern medicine, the various specialists will examine him and they will thoroughly check all the tissues and organs. But in this patient all are normal, but he has 4 pages of symptoms. I don't sleep, I don't move bowels, I feel nervous, and I have wild dreams, etc. etc. So the symptoms are not in the tissues or body, they are his sensations, they are the thoughts. In homeopathy, treatment is to the man and not his organs. Homeopathy considers man is prior to the organs. So cause is primary and effects are on the organs as ultimates of the disease. So causes of disease are primary and effects are on the organs as ultimates of the disease. So effects or the ultimates are seen on organs as pathology. So this is the end product of the disease and disease is prior to it. In allopathy or modern medicine, treatment is to remove the affected organ. What is it? Treatment is done to remove the affected organ. So if hemorrhoids are there, the hemorrhoids are removed. If any fibroid is there in the uterus is removed. So whatever is seen, say corn wart is there, it is cauterized, tonsils are there, they are removed. But reductio ad absurdum means reduction of the organ is not correct, because whatever you are removing is not the disease but only effect of the disease. They consider effects are seen on the organs as the cause. So how can it be the cause and effect same on the organs? Okay, so the effects seen on the organs as in the pathology, and also they consider the cause of the pathology is itself the pathology. Okay, so how it is possible that cause and effects are same in the same pathology? It is not the correct thing. What is correct? The pathology in organs is due to some causes. And what are the causes? The causes are in the man's mind. His faulty willing and thinking. Let's see further. So man wills and understand and he lives in the house of the body. There are no organ specialists in homeopathy. They consider whole man is sick, not his organs. And modern medicine recognize body tissues and not the man with his feeling and thinking. There are organ specialists. They want to know the name of the disease. So, modern medicine wants to know the nosological diagnosis of the disease. They are organ specialists. So, we are thoroughly understanding the difference between homeopathic system of medicine and modern medicine. Homeopathy considers whole man is sick, not his organs. Homeopathy considers the organ pathology is due to the some other cause, and that some other cause is nothing but faulty willing and thinking, that is the mind of the man. So functions precedes the structure. That is what homeopathy believes. And why the structural changes in the organ pathology are there, and before that there are functional changes. So in modern medicine, unless the pathology of the organ is advanced, they can't name the disease, can't diagnose the disease. So in homeopathy, what we consider patient in functional stage of disease, that is constipation. Say example, ask homeopath, what is my disease? See, such a patient who is having constipation, who is sleeping late night, who is partying, and he comes with the loss of sleep, constipation, indigestion. So he will go from one specialist to another. So not diagnosed by allopath. He runs from physician to physician with a big file in search of diagnosis. So such a patient who will be undergoing gastroscopy, who will be searched by kidney specialist, who will be checked by heart specialist, who will be checked by gastroenterologist, and he will have big file with lots of papers. But where is the disease? So such patient, if he goes to homeopath and asks, doctor, I have constipation, I have restless sleep, I become irritated, I don't move my bowels, what is my disease? So homeopath answers, you have nux vomica disease. And allopath, if he is not got any peptic ulcer in the gastroscopy, cannot name the disease, but he is in search of the diagnosis. So homeopathy prevents the patient to go into the advanced stage of the disease. What is the difference between dead man and live man? What is the difference between two persons? The dead man does not will. Will is expressed on face. No anatomical difference between the two persons. Only difference is the mind. Mind is person's willing and thinking. The sick man's will and thinking is deviated. The sole duty of the physician is to heal the sick man, not just treat organs. Tissue changes are not the diseases. They are due to some disease prior to it. Means they are due to result of some disease. So the tissue changes are not the disease. The disease is before the tissue changes, and tissue changes are the result of some disease. It is insanity to consider tissue changes as the disease and also the result of disease. Bacteria are due to the result of disease, not the cause but accompanying the disease. So bacteria are not the only cause of the disease. they are accompanying the disease. So the concept of these organisms as the cause of the disease, that we will discuss further, and it is elaborated in the chapter of the general pathology of homeopathy in Stuart Close very well. So just it is not mentioned in Kant's philosophy here at this point. But let me clear the concept in homeopathy with respect to the pathogens. Homeopathy will accept that the bacteria or the viruses are the cause of disease. But remember, they are not the only cause. The underlying susceptibility is the primary cause, and pathogens are the secondary cause of the disease. The modern community medicine also accepts that the disease is caused by two aspects mainly: the virulence of the organism and the host immunity. So basically, homeopathy treats the host immunity and modern medicine treats the organisms. But homeopathy accepts the bacteriological concept of disease, and rather Dr. Henneman was far ahead of this modern bacteriology, which came into existence after Robert Koch. Dr. Henneman was considering minute living beings as the suspected cause of cholera. So all these points not mentioned in Kant's philosophy, but I have explained these to clear the concept, to remove the confusion. Bacteria comes after the disease. They are perfectly harmless. So unless and until the host susceptibility is there, they are otherwise harmless. So the host susceptibility will act as magnet to invite the bacteria. Disease originates in the invisible interior of the organism. Disturbance of this expressed as symptoms, which are the symptoms of sickness. So functional changes precedes the structural changes. If he is not cured at an early stage, he would definitely go into the advanced stage. A child having nightmare is having normal functioning of organs. Allopath will send him home. Is he a normal child when he is crying in between the night due to nightmares? So another example, few men start their day at night. That means the thieves. They set out for illegal, inhuman work. Can they be called as normal men? What is the difference? They are sick people, disturbed will and thinking. If he is not cured at an early stage, he would definitely go into the advanced stage. Treat the person by giving remedy which is capable of producing under healthy condition same symptoms. So a remedy is prescribed who is able to produce similar set of symptoms in the provers. It is the similimum, homeopathic specific, dynamic antidote, dynamic medicine, which acts first on mind, will, and understanding, which is the cause of all sickness. So, mind is the cause of all physical sickness or organ pathology. Homeopathy restores the sick. So let's understand the reaction. So first, mind is affected with his sensorium, that is his feelings, his emotions. So there is faulty willing and thinking, or there is predominant emotions. This leads to functional changes, which further leads to structural changes. That is the ultimates of disease. That is the organ or tissue affection. So this slide we see that homeopathy will treat the mind, sensorium, and so automatically the structural changes will regress if it is in the nature to regress. Man's highest love is for life. In Aurum mate it is lost, so he has suicidal ideas. In Argentum nitricum, understanding is destroyed, memory is affected. So all the sickness begins from mind. So they are the cause of disease. Mind is the cause of all the organ pathology. So homeopathy deals with this faulty willing and thinking. According to homeopathy, the pathology is expressed in materia medica, where the provings are noted. Similar remedy heals the sick. Remedy covers the totality of symptoms. Hufeland had commented, homeopathy removes the symptoms but disease remains. But homeopathy removes the symptoms of sickness and cures the sick. All these symptoms of disease are containing the causes also. So when the symptoms are removed, the causes are also removed. So homeopathy cures the sick man and automatically the pathology also regresses. So this was a discussion on the concept of sick by Dr. Kent. Thank you.